Hey Cancer, it's me for the Oracle and welcome to your August 2026 tarot reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's get into a little bit of the astrology. This is you as your sun right now. Boop, 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 boop. Let's take it over to Cancer. As you can see in Cancer, we have Mercury. Mercury represents your mind, communication, traveling, kind of all the bits and pieces of your day. So there's a lot of activity going on right now. You might be very busy. You might be having a hard time controlling your thinking. There's just a lot going on. And as I'm filming this, the moon is still in Capricorn. So you're definitely feeling that new moon that's about to happen on the 29th in Aquarius. Unfortunately, with the Mercury retrograde that we just got out of, you've probably noticed lots of mishaps in communication. I know quite a few people that unfortunately have gotten into car accidents, lots of mishaps with cars. Basically, any kind of way that we transmit information, it's not necessarily going to go bad in a Mercury retrograde, but it can if things are too hasty. It's usually kind of forcing us to reevaluate. That's what I find that Mercury retrogrades are about. But luckily, I know we're sad that it's no longer Cancer season. I am a Cancer myself. I get it. But you should be kind of happy because a little bit of pressure is off you now. Let's see what the tarot has in store for Cancer for the month of August 2026. Sometimes it's good when it's your season, but sometimes it's good when it's not your season. Especially we have Leo in Cancer, Mars. Well, Mars was in Cancer a while ago. It was just too much. And then the Mercury retrograde was happening in Cancer. It was too much. I'm like, okay, Cancer season, I'm done. I'm done. Was that Mars? Jupiter, yeah. So let's see, what does the tarot have in store for Cancer? This is going to be a good one. I can feel it. I can feel it. Have in store for Cancer. Oh. It's a financial picture. It's a finance picture. Let's see. Cancer Sun, you would be squaring Aries, where we have Saturn and Neptune. And I know as a Cancer Sun, I'm going through this right now. I'm having to get a lot more serious about my craft. Having to get a lot more serious about my work, my structure, my days, my routines, my habits. I don't like it. And that's exactly what, I wish it were more complicated, but that's exactly what's going on with Cancers right now. There needs to be structure because you're not really happy about the finances. And the key for what might not be happening for you in the finances is the lack of structure. You're not doing enough. You might be having your energy kind of like overwhelmed right now. There might be an issue where you are, your energy is basically kind of leaking. It might be leaking through unrequited love, caring for your children, something going on with your family, caring for elderly family members. And it's making you quite upset. And I feel like that's kind of what the energy is being siphoned from. What is this Tower upside down? And there's a situation that you're also refusing to move on from that's also siphoning your energy. That you want to be able to channel this energy into your work because you just need more money, plain and simple. You want more money, you want to move in, you want to move on with your, whether it's your work, you want to get a promotion, you want to get a new job, you're trying to get your education to build it up so you can get more money. It's boiling down, it's a money story. And the money story is boiling down to you're unable to move on from a situation that's siphoning your energy so that you can focus on the money picture, the money story. And why are they not moving on? Yeah, I wish it could be like way more nuanced. I want to be one of those tarot readers that gives you like an hour-long reading about something, but you're not moving on because you're locked in something romantically, and it's siphoning your energy. This isn't all Cancers, but I guarantee you, if you look in the comments below, a lot of Cancer is going to be like, yeah. But judgment is coming. Judgment is coming. Maybe we should read this romantic story. I don't mean to be all up in your business, but come on. What's going on? Why is Cancer, tell me, Tarot, why can't Cancer focus? It's going to be like, I told you, they won't get over that person. Judgment is coming. Your thinking is clearing. Maybe take advantage of the Mercury the Mercury retrograde that's leaving. Mercury in your planet right now. I'm hearing write down what your goals are. Write down real schedules. Because sometimes you write these to-do lists and it's like, I'm going to accomplish things that you can't accomplish in a day what historically you haven't been able to accomplish in a year. Walk your dog, start a business, answer all emails, answer all phone calls, apply for that, blah, blah, blah. Reach out to that mentor. Make realistic goals day by day. I know for me, that's definitely what I'm doing. I'm making to-do lists that are attainable, and I'm congratulating myself at the end of the day when I achieve them, because Rome wasn't built in a day. And it is this romantic situation that's siphoning your energy. That doesn't necessarily mean, I did say for some of you that it's time to move on. Sometimes you could be not in a relationship and still be mentally locked in the relationship that ended 10 years ago. And for some of you, I'm hearing it's how you think about the relationship or how you think about relationships. This might not just be romantic relationships. It could be your relationship with your coworkers, your relationships with your clients. Y'all see I shuffled the cards and they're showing me the exact same thing. I know you can't see it, but we got the Fool upside down. Why is the Fool upside down? The Fool up, you're just not really, you're not moving on, Cancer. You're not moving on. Like I said, you could not be moving on emotionally. You could not be moving on physically. You could still be locked into a situation emotionally that ended 20 years ago. Let's read this romantic situation. What's going on with this romance situation? What's going on with this romance situation that's keeping Cancers from moving on? Blocked passion. When passion is blocked, it usually reflects something deeper. It's time to look beneath the surface and ask what's not being expressed. Is the person not showing you the kind of affection that you want? Are you unable to show these people the kind of affection that they want? Are you unable to reciprocate? Are they unable to reciprocate? We have, you're creating or aligning with a family dynamic that's grounded in peace and mutual care. This is a kind of home that can heal generational wounds. Is that what you want? Just make sure you aren't getting lost in the heat. Is that what you want? The story I'm getting is like unrealistic and unmet expectations. I remember one time I was at like some family dinner and this couple, we all had kids the same age, and the kids wanted to watch TV, and they said, the kids wanted to watch like Disney Channel. And the parents said, we don't let our kids watch the Disney Channel. I was like, what? That's weird. They said, yes, because it sets unrealistic expectations of relationships. When they said that, I was like, you guys are doing the most. Now I get it. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as not letting my kids watch the Disney Channel, but I do get it. The passion, the love, the being swept off your feet, the other person fulfilling all your needs, making you happy. The older you get, you really start to realize that happiness is an inside job. If you're empty on the inside, no one's going to be able to come and fill you up to the degree that you want, because it's always going to be lacking somehow. And it's an inside job. It's your own physical spirit, your own DNA, your own relationship with God that really fills you up. The other person might give you the building blocks, give you the support, fill you in certain ways, but filled all the way up, it's not possible. And we keep getting the Chariot. What does Cancer need to know about this Chariot? Judgment. What's Judgment coming through? Are you waiting on a lawsuit, Cancer? You feel like the person isn't choosing you. and you're unable to move on from it. You feel like the person isn't choosing you and you're unable to move on from it. There might be addiction involved. The person might have an addiction. You might have an addiction. The person might be choosing an addiction over you. Let's get a next step for Cancers. And it's just really holding up the rest of your life in a way. For some of you, the schmegs might be so good that you can't move on from it. I'm sorry if that's you. Let's get a next step for Cancers. Next step for Cancers. Cancer's next step. You need to work harder. Pure and simple. You need to work harder and move on somehow. Sometimes you can move on emotionally, even if you're not able to move on physically. Figure out a way for that, Cancer. Let's get one last angel card. Watch this card be so spot on. Let's get one last angel card. Ask. We got this one already. Ask us to help you in the situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by we're governed by many universal laws, and amongst them is the free will that allows you to use your own choices and decision to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. Ask your angels. If you need more structure, ask. Say, universe, show me the ways so that I can have more structure. If you need to let go, show me the ways in which I can let go. The universe is always listening and always granting our requests. Unfortunately, sometimes not in the way we want to get them, and sometimes we're just not really paying attention, but the universe is always talking and always granting our requests. Anyways, Cancer, I hope you have a beautiful August, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.